What's going on, homies? It's your boy StumpD back for the OPTC video, and in today's video, we have a new arena. Finally, we have a new arena. Arena Reiju has arrived, and in today's video, I have 3 no-stall teams for you guys to take this particular event on and farm up this new free-to-play character. Now, arenas aren't overly challenging per se, so I do have 3 no-stall teams for you guys, but if you guys want some stall teams, let me know in the comment section below and I'll happily oblige. Let me know what characters you want me to use in the comment section below, because pretty much every character in the game, if you stall in the first like 2 turns, can beat any of the arenas. I find them a lot more fun, a lot more challenging if I put that restriction, kind of like a Nuzlocke, on myself to sort of no stall it and get it done as quickly as possible. But there's hundreds of teams out by now. I'm late to the party because I had to work today, but we are going to take a look at what this Reiju does and break down the actual content. Her captain ability, honestly, who cares? Paralysis move was kind of nice, but her special removes poison from the crew, heals 10 times her recovery at the end of the turn for 3 turns, reduces 6 turns of bind, and reduces enemies' defense by 80% for 1 turn. She then doubles damage to defense down for 3 turns, and if you land 2 perfects, she sets defense to 0 for 0 on the next turn. So very interesting special, very similar to Treasure Map Reiju, except with defense down rather than poison. She has a very nice support that goes on Sanji as well, removing 1 turn of bind and healing 2,000 whenever inflicted with bind, so that's really, really nice to see. Plus, she has hunger, pinch healing, and recovery bind, 3 very, very good limit break abilities. But if you enjoy the video, it helps you guys out, make sure to go down that bell like button, hit the subscribe button. As I mentioned, if you guys want me to do some stall teams, let me know what characters you want to see down below. With that said, let's dive in. So the first team uses the combination of the anniversary duo, Luffy Yamato and Super Sugo Zoro. So that's the team, those supports. Let's dive in. Now, I put out a poll for you guys for what characters you wanted to see, and you guys voted the anniversary characters. This particular team, though, I do want to put a disclaimer. It's very tight with damage on the final stage. So like I said, if you guys want to see more teams that stall in the future, like I said at the start of the video, I can happily oblige. And we can do some stuff with the anniversary characters as well. On turn 1, Reiju's actually going to give us poison for 7 turns. We're going to hang on to that poison. It's a little bit annoying, but I'll explain why we're going to hang on to it when we make our way through the content. On turn 1, we're going to use the Corazon special here. Using the Corazon special is really good because he can actually start with his special, but the upside to him starting with his special is that I can use it on turn 1 and then lock Cerebral Character's Orbs with Perispero. With that and the switchability of Luffy and Yamato, we can actually guarantee ourselves the 10 Wano slots for Zoro to get his Enma ability ready by stage 3. And the reason that that's so important is because there is Damage Limiter. Yes, our favorite piece of content, Damage Limiter. And look, I really wanted to use Zoro because there is Damage Limiter, and this was pretty much the only way that I could think of doing it without losing too much HP in the process. So, as you can see, on stage 3, we come up against Niji and Yonji. They paralyze our captains for 5 turns. They give us the pain debuff, and they put up a damage limiter of 3 million. So we're going to use supports to get around all of that nasty paralysis, and then we're actually going to utilize the Enma ability of Zoro to help us take this stage down. Now, if you don't kill Yonji, he puts up 5 turns of damage reduction. If you don't kill Niji, he puts up 5 turns of attack down. But with the switchability of Luffy Yamato, we should be able to take out Niji here with our Free Spirit, Color Affinity, and then Zoro, being super effective against all types, can easily take out the other one. Moving on to stage 4, we come up against Itachi. He puts up 7 turns of Threshold and has a 3-turn 4 perfect barrier. We're going to lose a lot of HP here because of Zoro, but then we're going to remove that Enma ability. Plus, on the previous turn, our recovery goes down as well, so that's something to note. Now, we want to stay as Yamato before we use our Kid Law special. Being Yamato means that our Captain's Striker, so we get all the good stuff from Kid Law. Then we can use our Carrot special. That'll switch Carrot into our Captain, as well as give us an Orb buff. As you can see, we're losing HP every time we do anything that's not a tap, but we still have 5,000 HP left over. So this is what I mean. You have to have good investments for this particular team to operate. But now that Carrot's our captain, we can actually just burst through this defense of Itachi. Remember, we have a orb buff as well, so nice and easy kill there. As long as we have 1 orb on anyone, that will work fine. On the final stage against Reiju, now if you are below 50% HP, you are going to take more debuffs. You get 10 turns of Despair, 7 turns after sockets, and 10 turns of Slot Bind. Now, this only happens if you're below 50% HP. It only happens. She puts up 3 turns of damage reduction and only allows you to use 2 specials. But this is where Hiyori comes into play, because we can use the Hiyori special to actually give us a full bottle Wano slots, as well as remove all that Despair. It works super nicely. And then we can actually use our Zoro special to give us an attack buff, as well as give us the conditional boost. Unfortunately, we can't use the conditional, but if you bring a Rainbow Friend Captain Zoro, like mine, you actually get access to the Super Tandem, and that is the most valuable part of Zoro right here. We're going to switch with Luffy Yamato as well. That's going to allow us to switch into their dual form on the next turn, and then we should be able to get the kill here. Emphasis on the word should. Switching into Yamato allows us to get the extra tap timing with the Law and Kid special, so that's the reason we want to be there. As you can see, it's just enough damage to get the kill there, so very, very tight stuff, but like this team was a lot of fun to build and was really, really cool. On the kill, Reiju's going to revive. Now, Reiju has 8 turns of resilience as well. That's something I forgot to mention. But with this particular team, because we didn't have to stall through the damage limiter, we still have 1 more turn of the pain. So no matter what we do, we remove the stun, which is awesome. And with this team, we're going to switch with Luffy Yamato. Luffy Yamato is going to apply an Orb Boost and the additional damage taken. You can actually use Corazon once again because his specials come back around, which is absolutely hilarious. And then it should just be easy stuff here with Luffy Yamato destroying poor old Reiju. So there you guys go. That was a no-stall Zoro and Luffy Yamato team. Really fun stuff. Was really, really cool. However, like, it's a bit touch and go with, like, some particular characters. Let's move on to the next team now. So moving on to a bit of an easier to build team now. We're going to be using Franky. Now, Franky is the king when it comes to taking down damage limiter, and we're bringing along a friend captain, Sanji. So that's the team. Those are the supports. Let's dive on in. Now, you don't have to have these exact supports. I've just threw this together on my first time and it managed to work, so I'm just rocking it. But the Mr. 3 support is not essential at all. If you have it, you can move it across to Franky. You don't need the Nami support either. Like, Okiku's going to remove paralysis, but like I said, this team works exceptionally well, provided your Franky is also level limit break 5. That is very, very important. I do want to preface that before we do start this particular fight. Just like the last team, utilizing a level 5 carrot, this particular team does use a level 5 Franky. Now, if you guys don't have, or if you guys want to stall, you can just remove Izo. Or is it Izo? No, it's Kiku. You can just remove Kiku on this team and use another character that can remove Threshold. That's what Franky's doing for this particular build. If you guys are struggling there, like, you do have other options. But like I said, Franky is just the king of removing the damage threshold, because when you actually go into his dual form, his docking form, he actually bypasses the very annoying damage limiter mechanic, which is just absolutely absurd. I don't know if it was meant to be like that, or if they accidentally did that, or like whatever the option was, but it is what it is. So we're going to switch with Oden and Toki. We're going to switch with Luffy and Ace as well. That's going to allow us to get an Orb Boost for our Spirit characters, our Slash characters, and for the Chain Boundary as well. You can use Okiku here. She's going to give us some more shenaniganry with the, with cooldowns. Then you can use her special again for more cooldowns. And then you can literally use Oden and Toki. Now, Oden and Toki, we're literally only using them here because they overheal. That's the only reason we're using them. No other reason whatsoever. Plus, you know what? Screw it. We can use this as well. We can use the K-Dad special, so we get an attack buff. And then we can use the docking. Going into the docking form allows us to basically do some stupid stuff like this. Ready? Like, look how disgusting this is. Like, you just say the damage limiter, it doesn't even move. Like, it just doesn't even move. We also get the resistance for slashes, which just makes it very, very easy to kill there. Moving on to stage 4, we come up against Itachi. He puts up the 7 turns of threshold, and then he has the barrier as well. So what we're going to do here, we're going to switch with Luffy and Ace once again to get the chain boundary, and then we can use our Franky special to give us an orb roll. You don't need, like, full matching orbs, but ideally you kind of just want one on Sanji. Like, that's what we're kind of going for here. But we can also switch with Oden and Toki. They're going to give our slashes a orb buff, mainly just the Oden and Toki character, to be honest. Like, that's all we really care about. And then we can sort of break the barrier here like this. And Franky has barrier pen like that. Hitting with Sanji here should easily kill. Beautiful stuff. You love to see it. Moving on to the final stage. we are going to come up against Reiju. She's going to put up 3 turns of damage reduction. We are now over the 50% HP, so we don't have to worry about all the extra shenaniganry. All we have to worry about is 2 specials and the damage reduction. So we're going to switch with Odin and Toki here. So that way when we switch with Odin and Toki, we can use the Luffy and A special to give us not only an attack boost, but an all boost, sorry, but an attack boost as well, which is super nice. To get around the resilience with this team, we have the final tap of K-Dad. To get around the damage reduction, we have the special of Sanji. We also have the super class of Sanji, but I'm actually going to save that for the revive because we don't actually really need it here. You also have the rush ability of Sanji, but again, it's just something that you don't need. So what we're going to do here is we're going to tap our way through. Beautiful stuff, as you can see, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Just remember to tap with K-Dad last. Doesn't matter what final tap your K-Dad is, the final tap will go through the resilience. And it's something that I want to showcase, just like Carrot being really, really good against, oh, I don't have a way of getting around. Oh, no, I do have a way of getting around stun. You got like this. That's right. I wanted to save the super class to get around the stun. That's right. Forgot to mention that. But that final tap is a very, very nice way of actually getting around the resilience. So if you guys are struggling there, you can easily do that. As you guys will see here, we're going to use it once again. And literally just with the attack boost carryover and the final tap plus that chain boost, we can easily kill on the revive. On the revive, you can only tap with 4 units. Just be mindful of that. But as you can see, it's not overly challenging to get through the H people onto the final team. And the final team is led by my boy Shanks' crew with the friend captain Dogstorm. Cat Viper on the team, rocking that cat-dog combination. That's the team, those supports. Let's dive in. Now, this team is a little bit more conventional in the sense that it doesn't have any supports. It's literally just all stat sticks. There's no crazy shenaniganry. There's no stupid supports that you have to worry about. It all just rocks pretty nicely. And when it comes to arenas, you know me, running cat-dog is the way to go. Neko and Inu V2 are so powerful, and with the release of Shanks' Crew 6+, you can actually hybrid up Dogstorm and Shanks' Crew very, very nicely. And what I mean by that is you still get a lot of cooldowns with Dogstorm, and then you can use his special on turn 1. Shanks' Crew give 1 turn of cooldown as well, and then with Cat Viper on the team, we actually get access to this super class as well for fighters. So that way you can get another turn of cooldown as well. We're actually using the waifus on this team. Waifus are just making things faster here. There's no reason the waifus here besides their 1 turn of cooldown with their Sailor and their healing shenanigans on this turn. But the reason I wanted to showcase them here is because they can actually remove paralysis. If you can bring anyone you like that can remove paralysis, it doesn't have to be the waifus. I just thought that they worked the best here. Because you get a big buttload of healing from them. Plus, because it's a Robin unit, you actually get the cooldowns, or a Boa unit as well from the new batch. You actually get the cooldowns there. So what we want to do on this stage here is use their special, and then we're going to switch with Shanks' Crew. Ideally here, you want to kill Niji. If you kill Niji, if you don't kill Niji, he puts up attack down. But if you don't kill Yonji, he puts up damage reduction. And obviously with Neko and Inu, as long as you're above 50% HP, you don't have to worry about damage reduction. It's the whole point of actually running them. So that works quite nicely. So we're going to switch with Shanks' Crew once again. There's the 5 turns of damage reduction. It doesn't matter. We obviously get that pain debuff, but again, that doesn't matter either because we're just tearing through the H people right here with Shanks' Crew switch ability. On to the next stage against Itachi. He puts up the 7 turns of threshold, but again, we don't have to worry about that because of Dogstorm. He has a barrier. We don't have to worry about that either. It all works out pretty hunky-dory. We're going to use our Cat Viper special here. Cat Viper is going to give cooldowns. No, we're actually not going to use Cat Viper. You know what? Screw it. We've come this far. We're actually going to use Cat Viper. I take it back. We're also going to use Inu as well. We're going to switch with Shanks' Crew. Shanks' Crew is going to give us a chain lock and a base stat boost for 3 turns. We're just popping everything at this point. We're going to get some more cooldowns with Dogstorm. Honestly, we're just throwing everything at poor old EG here. And as you can see, we don't have to worry about the barrier. As long as you hit 2 perfects, you will get the carryover, and that works out quite nicely. On the final stage against Reiju, she is going to put up resilience, damage reduction, and because we're at a much chunky HP per threshold, we don't have to worry about using any specials on the final stage. Like we've got carryover. We are absolutely fine here to just kill, and thanks to Shanks' Crew, we actually have the ability to get through the resilience thanks to their end of turn damage. So as you guys will see here, we just tap our life away, tappity tappity tap tap, and then the end of turn damage says see you later to poor old Reiju. On the revive, we are going to get stunned on our right hand column. So that's why having Zoro on our left is very important, because when you use the Zoro special, he actually cuts your HP a little bit, which removes the stun, which is super nice. And then we have good old Franky Tanky. Now, using Franky Tanky here is going to give us a heal, bringing us back to full HP. Plus, we get an attack boost and an orb boost, which is super nice. You'll love to see that. We're going to switch into Shanks, so that way we get some more attack buff. And then we're just going to sort of just tap, 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 tap. Beautiful stuff. You'd love to see it. Kill with Shanks. Beautiful! Easy peasy stuff. So that's going to wrap up the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to go down there, belt like button, hit the subscribe button. Do all that good stuff for me. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, though, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace!